Work
Too
my all my labor done early. I've been
much.
outside, credit union in the rain, bakery, handling business. Should go get a couple cookies.
That's cool.
Shit.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So
Had
we're
this
gonna
new
give it an extra
car.
give it an extra few minutes while
Hello, up, man. We can just chop it up,
you said
man.
you had get
Oh,
ooh, shit went cattywampus for a minute.
didn't it go?
Shit went cattywampus for a minute.
It's
All
real
right.
quick. Something
So you
slight.
said you had to get a new car?
Yeah, yeah. Cause my car, the expiration date is May, so it's expiring this month. I had like what 8 days left.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Now they mailed me one. Now I don't know if you do that informed delivery where you can see the mail scans. So I have the informed delivery, and I saw something from my credit union a week or two ago, but it was never in the mail. So I thought like, okay, maybe it's like 'cause sometimes it'll come a day later. Never showed up. So I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, but nobody ever activated the card and like made any transactions. So I'm thinking like maybe the mailman put in somebody else's mailbox. It's like one of those apartment with whole stacks of mailboxes. But I never got it. Nobody's activated it. They went ahead and marked it as lost or whatever and got a new one. And other people was there for the exact same thing. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if the mail people stealing people's car, anything coming from the bank. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it was cool though.
Thinking.
Ooh, are we doing this thing? Little comments on stage. But let me see. He said in the building.
Shout out to Mr. He said in the building, man. What's good? What's good? All right, let's start to trickle a little bit into this conversation. So, you know, uh, I'm more of the sports head of the big three. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I be nosy. And this week, this weekend was the kickoff for the WNBA, man. So like this is year two. This is WNBA year two CC, right? So it's like, you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying? BC and AD, right? So this
yeah.
is this is this is year two
CCE. Caitlin
CC.
Clark here.
CCE, right.
Yeah.
SCC since Kaylin Clark, right?
Yeah, yeah. SEC. Yeah, yeah. Like,
And it's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. So, of course, the season kicked off between Caitlyn's Indiana Fever and, of course, my Chicago Sky with Angel Reese. And there was a moment in this ass whooping, which it was.
it was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We
Woo.
got spizzank.
Was it 40 or 50?
We got. I don't even know. I lost count after 30. I was like, damn, ladies, do something.
Woo.
Swing on them.
Well,
Swing on them. Something. Just saying, do something. Not
so
swing on
90,
them, but
93 to 58 was the final top.
93 to 58, right? And I mean, they were out there like balling in garbage time type shit. Right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Caitlyn was on the floor still at the end of the game.
Yeah,
They was chasing stats at the end of the
yeah.
game. Like that's how bad it was, right? So here's just like a recap, right? That score was the largest score in Fever history
Mm,
for an opening day win.
mm.
Uh Forward Dewana Bonner, who just got traded over there this year, moved into third with an all-time scoring. To mind you, they're chasing these stats.
Okay.
They trying to feed her to get her these 2 points so she can get to third all time in this game. Couldn't wait till the next game. It had happened in this game.
She needed that.
And she did it at the free throw line. Which was crazy. Like the first free throw tied it, second free throw broke the record type shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a how you write it type thing.
Yeah.
And then they had Caitlyn basically chasing a triple double. Now this is crazy. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is kind of what everybody was saying. No, because I want to be correct before I be mean. Right. So I'm gonna give a stat, and stats don't lie, but it's gonna sound really mean. Right. So Caitlyn was chasing the triple double. She got it. That's her third career triple double, which moves her into second all time.
Stop. You ain't got to be mean. Anybody that knows basketball, that speaks for itself. Yeah, that's. And did I say shout out to Mr. He said, "What up, bro?" Yeah, no, that's Jesus Christ.
Just to put it in perspective.
That's crazy. Okay.
She scored. And she just had another crazy stat. She scored 20 and 10. She scored 20 and 10 for the 10th time in 41 games.
Okay.
The most was Diana Taurasi with 9. And it took her 500 some games.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is getting crazy. Yeah. 2010. Yeah.
Whoo. Man. That means we ain't really. You can tell that means we haven't really been looking at the WNBA as a sport for them stats to be standing that long.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but you know, what's gonna make you look? It's kind of the point. What's gonna make you look?
Yeah. I mean, they ain't putting up stats. They playing. They ain't putting up stats.
They playing, right. And like I said, I will always say this. Women's basketball is the purest form of basketball. You take the dunk out, that's basically what basketball was when they first started. They didn't even know what the hell a dunk was. Man. They wasn't even dribbling. When they first started basketball, it was all passing. Yeah. You couldn't even dribble. You ain't had a concept of dribbling. So early on in said contest, there was an incident, I guess you would say. But just something happened during the game. It really ain't that big a deal. But this is what happened. We're going to give this courtesy to DJ Michi Meech with the fun little voiceover of what happened. Go.
I ain't seen this one.
With a fun little voiceover of the occurrence. So, you know, let's check out what happened. So by this point in the game, the Fever was already up like 15. Mm-hmm. So it was rolling. That's what I'm gonna play right now. Yep, I'm finna show it right now. So I'm a mute it too because he gets to it. Nah, I want to listen. Listen. He try to have some fun.
Girl, give me that ball. Quit stack padding. Karen, shoot the J. Watch out. Ow. Hey, you just hit my teammate. Look, I know you're gonna miss, but I'm gonna foul you anyway. You messed up my weave. How? I'm gonna beat your ass. I've been waiting to fight you. Whoa, calm down, Sharkeisha. Don't pull out the 9. She's gonna put her hands on me and think she can get away with it. I'm pressing charges. Hey, we can fight. Flagrant foul on Caitlyn's been upgraded to domestic violence, penalty prison. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do?
That's stupid.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to the play. Let's go back to the play. All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. we gonna mute it. So this ain't it. There's just a steal. So this is the play. So the shot go up. Let's give it the full on. You know, we don't never really do this. So let's give it the full on breakdown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the shot go up. They go Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark. And there's I can't remember her name. So we'll call her. Shot goes up. Now
Boom.
Caitlyn yeets old girl. Rgiii. That definitely should have been a foul.
Because Reese took her out from the back.
Now I'm not talking on my ass. I've played enough basketball to be able to understand this. People seen enough basketball to be able to understand.
Mm-hmm.
That was a forearm to the back.
Yep.
Right, that's a foul, but not a flagrant foul. It's just it happens.
Hey.
Like I played under the rim, I got that called on me plenty of times. You just you be wanting to box out. Sometimes you push off. It happens. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Caitlyn is like, yo,
right. Hey yo,
hey yo,
ain't nobody see that.
Like, dog, we in the middle of a big ass stadium. Like literally all of the lights are right here. Like nobody saw that. And it wasn't like it was in a crowded area. Like they were the only two standing right there. But that's also the thing. When that ball go up, a lot of times most of the referees is looking at the ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So that's why over the back, that actually gets called less than you think. You know what I'm saying? Because people get away with that all day. That's like a holding in football.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My bad. We got a little
hiccup.
Got a little technical difficulty. Yeah, a little hiccup.
Gotcha.
So let's keep going. Caitlyn is the best person on her team. Yeah, usually the leader do that. Yeah. Especially if they're in that position.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep on going.
Boom. All right.
Yeah, that's a push.
Yeah.
That's a push.
But
still not a flagrant.
Not a flagrant. Mm-hmm. But I would say the ball was really getting close to the rim. And when she saw where the ball hit off of towards the back of the rim, she knows the ball is about to pop out. It's not about to come like down where she's positioned. She's positioned closer to the rim. So she's about to change her footing. So she's unsteady because she's not in good position to where the ball's about to bounce. So you can see her measuring the ball and getting ready to move when she gets hit. So I don't think this was a flop. I think she was getting ready to move when she got hit. So she wasn't steady on her feet.
Mm-hmm. Plus, for her credit for sure, this is Angel's specialty. She a rebound. This is what she do. She ended the game with like 14 and 15.
Yeah,
like this what she do. Yeah. Now to her credit, everybody be like, oh, she get a lot of her rebounds off of her own misses.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And while that is the case, stats don't lie. Somebody worked the numbers. And they said if you remove all of the rebounds she's gotten off her own misses, she would still still significantly lead the league in offensive rebounds, like by a crazy number. So it's not even close. Like her 2 to 3 misses that she rebound per game ain't nothing, because that's where most of her rebounds come from.
Yeah.
Now, my frustration as a fan is because this little lady over here next to her, Carmela Cardosa, just act like she allergic to rebound. And she's 6'6", 6'8". However, she taller than Reese. She taller than Reese.
Yep. So is.
She
But
she
ain't
allergic
happy.
to rebounds. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how we got both of them. But Caitlyn can grab 10 boards in the game.
Yeah. Y'all thought y'all was getting Twin Towers, didn't you?
Yeah, we kind of got like a tower and then a nice, reasonable like office building. A reasonably sized office building.
Yes. Cardozo got that big for no reason.
Oh, I hated that, boy. They tried to. You hate them words, boy. You be having that bag. Yeah, big for no reason. I now got to go out here and grab 7 boards in a row.
Let's go.
So you big for no reason. Come through that lane.
Punish them.
Drop your ass.
Which is kind of what happened here.
Yeah, you got to punish them. Right, which is what happens here. So she cleared her out, which means she's about to get this board and basically have a clear path to the lane, clear path to the hole, right? So Caitlyn with the nigga, what? She gave that roast hand. You know how you be sticking your hand out when you roasting somebody?
Mm-hmm.
You like, what's that? She got the roast hand out. All right.
Yeah.
So AI grabbed a board. And she got like a clear path to the rim. She shouldn't have, man, I wish she didn't take that dribble. If she didn't take that dribble, like if she'd have just gathered and went up, she'd have been good. Yeah. She'd have got to the hole where she can get fouled.
Yeah.
So she gonna have to like work on that little touch because you got to be able to lay it from right there. You take that power dribble when you finna dunk. You ain't finna dunk that shit. You just about to lay up. You should be able to just roll that from right there. Turn around. No, ain't no power dribble. Turn around. Leave with that 1 foot.
Not with 2 people.
Just go to the hole.
Not with 2 people right there.
Yeah. Not with 2 people right there. Just go to the hole. So, as she make her move to the basket, she going up strong, and Caitlyn come across. Now, fact. Right. That's also a thing too. You as a big, you can't be looking to get fouled.
Yeah.
Can't be
she
looking
went into
to
the
get
contact.
fouled.
She did go into the contact when she saw Caitlyn coming. Now that I've seen that, I didn't see that. I didn't see any slow motion breakdowns like this. Seeing her go into Caitlyn, a smaller player,
right,
and then getting dropped, it's ugh.
Right. Now here's the thing. This is a power forward and a point guard.
Right.
She has to foul her to the power to stop her from scoring the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she don't foul her hard, she gonna score.
Because old girl is flat-footed down there on defense.
And Rgiii strong as hell. Like if Caitlyn just go in there and trying to like get the ball, she gonna rip right through that arm and go lay up.
Well, yeah. I was talking about the help defense coming from the other side of the rim. That girl standing right there.
Oh yeah. She took it. He just out to play. She don't know what to do. She's still trying to figure out why she got pushed in the back of the neck. That's why Caitlyn got to help.
Yeah.
Come across head, bam.
Wow. Yeah. She bodied into. She like instead of going towards the rim, she actually kind of went towards Caitlyn. So for me, that's weak sauce. That's some Anthony Davis stuff right there.
Right. That's a Euro big, right?
Yeah.
So she
going
fouled
to and collapse. Come on.
Yeah, she fouled and she went down. Now, I don't know. Chicago ain't really had a history of having tough big men, but I've watched an era where like big men was tough and bigs were tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't get fouled like that though, because that looks like a flop. Like she can foul you, but you ain't got to be rolling all over the ground and shit.
Yeah, she made herself look bad.
Arms and ponytail going everywhere. Arms, leg, and ponytail going everywhere.
Arms and legs
Foul
and
what that?
pony.
Yeah, you got to be stronger than that, right?
Yeah, you got
Because
to.
she's fouling up to your level. She's fouling up to your level. You got to be stronger than that.
Got to. She shouldn't
Right?
even
She
be
a
able to
point
body
guard.
you. But she made herself off balance by jumping into the contact. She left her feet.
Trying to draw
That's
the
why I hate
contact.
that, man. Come on, man. It's disgusting.
So after that, it's like, okay. So she hit her with the foul. She fell and flopping, which I guess flopping is part of the game too. So you can't be too mad at that. Niggas flop all day.
Now.
She looked like she was concerned. Now she turned away and she get mad. Aaliyah Boston pushes the hell out of Caitlyn Clark. She like, get out of here. Nope. Nope. Because that's her big. Aaliyah Boston is basically like the power forward. That's her right here. She's the second best player. She would be considered like the number 2 option on the FIFA right now. So whatever Von Airy talking about Caitlyn not the best player on the team. Did you not hear the triple double stat that I gave in the beginning of this conversation? That girl down there, the best player ever played in like the first 2 weeks of the
job. If she don't run into history, if she don't run into injury problems, she's gonna be the pace setter in the future. She's gonna be like the logo for the NBA. She's gonna be the Jerry West that sets. Like the thing is, like in 20, 30, 40 years, there's gonna be something named after Caitlyn, the Caitlyn Clark Award or something. It's gonna be one of those type things. If she doesn't get sidetracked,
the Rookie of the Year or some shit like that. Yeah, like the Rookie of the Year award would be the Caitlyn Clark Award.
Yeah, she's gonna have something named after her. Because she is great. So, I may not like her, but she's great.
Yeah, and Angel is too. Like it is, you know what I'm saying?
Angel's good.
She not there. No, she there. Yeah, it's relative. It's relative. Yeah, it's super relative. But she's really, really good too. Like she got the potential to be great. She do some polishing, you know what I'm saying? Some working on some rough things. She's been working on that shot. So the jumper coming in. Yeah. She got potential to be great. Yeah. It's just Caitlyn already made. She ready to go. She was ready to go from day one. She came in prepared. Yeah.
Now she was a little sloppy last year. A lot of turnovers, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of turnovers. I don't know what's gonna look like this year. She got to get them turnovers down. If she get that down, she's a legend.
Right, but then still set like the team assist record as well. So there's like,
I mean, you throwing the ball to everybody at that point, though. You
right. When it really don't matter who get it, right? If you don't matter if it's a turnover or not. Don't that bitch. Somebody gonna be there. So let's go ahead and get through this part. So she turned away. She walking away, and Angel going after her. Now Leah Boston like, oh hell no. Nope. Because then what you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna whoop her ass on the court?
Now I called out Angel Reese for the bad flop, the pump flop. I gotta call out Caitlyn Clark for the pump move. Because you go to get the retaliatory foul on Reese, and she get up mad, you want to turn your back. Now That's a little. You stand there and take
Oh,
the
don't.
heat. You ate the heat. You take the heat. You gonna turn your back and walk off? Nah. Get out of here.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. Because then that's okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is also the call in intent. If she was there to like hurt her, then yeah, you stand in there and take it. But why am I gonna stand in there and it's somebody that had that same reaction? Cheryl Swoops had that same thing. She was like, well, if you're gonna foul her like that, stand there and stand on business. Why? It's a foul. It's not a fight. She didn't punch her in the face. She didn't engage with her to fight with her. She fouled her doing it's a basketball play.
Yeah. Now, okay. So I see Mr. He says, I'm not saying stand there and go toe to toe. I'm not saying hover her, but it's the way she turned around. Like we've been watching basketball for years and years and years and years and years. People
Mm-hmm.
do not immediately pivot and turn their complete back to the play and start walking away like that. That's an abnormal walk away. You can walk away, but that was very intentional. I don't want no smoke from what I just did. That's what I'm
Right,
talking about. You can walk away, but you
right.
need to like that's on just backpedal side. I don't know. It just there's optics. It just feel off.
If
Yeah.
if no smoke was given, right? That's what I'm saying. If no smoke was given, then the I don't want no smoke walk makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
She gave smoke.
She gave a basketball play.
That's sometimes a basketball play can be smoke. A
Right,
hard
but
foul is
that's
smoke. A hard foul is
right,
smoke.
but that's a hard foul ain't smoke. That's and that's what it is. Like it's not. It's really not. Cause that's when people start to put their own intention on it. And that's when we finna get into this. And on both sides. Like people start to put their own intentions on it. We playing we watching a basketball game. We've seen this foul in many other games where it didn't result in a fight. But
Yeah,
because of the two people, right? Because of the two people involved.
Like I'm saying, if I take them away from it, I don't care who it is. A hard foul is smoke because it escalates. So like a basketball play, I reached, I tried to steal the ball, I slapped your hand. That's not smoke. But a hard foul always has the possibility of pissing somebody off. That's why I'm saying smoke. So when I'm saying smoke, I'm talking about somebody might react off a hard foul. Doesn't matter what era of basketball, doesn't matter what gender, doesn't matter if it's professional, semi-pro, collegiate, elementary school. A hard foul to me is smoke because somebody may come back after that piss. That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm saying that's what I'm saying when I'm saying smoke. It could cause friction. It could cause problems.
Right. So should you not do it since it could cause problems?
No, I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying it's smoke. It's
Okay,
like
no,
you just need to understand what it is. Like even in football or like even in football, like sometimes like it might be legal to hit somebody just after the bell, like just after the play or something. It might you ain't gonna get the whistle because it was like a crackback or something before they outlawed it. It was legal, but it's smoke.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know that play you talking about. Yeah. Because they took that out after a while.
Yeah, they're starting to ban like in football. They're starting to ban a lot of the smoke plays, and like basketball hasn't really done that. But I would even say with basketball, the hand check used to be smoke. Like people used to get frustrated and like throw the ball at the defender because they couldn't get around and get pissed. Like that's what I'm talking about. Smoke. It can tension builders.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Right, it's an unintended consequence. Yeah.
But it's within the bounds of the game. I'm not saying it's out of bounds.
Right. Because I see ball. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If she just kind of like went across her body or something like that, she hit ball.
Yeah, she didn't go at her head.
She hit ball. Right.
She went all
so
body.
That's why I'm like, there's the hard foul that is harder than you liked it, and then there's the play where you should get up and react like this. This wasn't.
Now Reese overreacted.
She didn't come across her head. Right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's like for her to, because that was the thing I was going to show with Cheryl Swoops. She made that same statement. Like, well, Caitlyn should have just stood there and stood on business. For what? She didn't initiate standing on business protocol. Angel Reese did. Oh, Caitlyn Clark did was a foul during the basketball game. Right. Look at her. Right. Look at her energy. No foul intent. Like it's like she just swiped at the ball.
Yeah, I
And
don't know,
she
man.
started walking away before she got up.
Right.
She had already disengaged. She had already disengaged.
Yeah, I'm just
So they
I'm just
got
trying. I'm
him
just
up
trying to
out of
call it.
there.
I'm just trying to call it straight. I'm going to criticize both of them. I don't like. I don't like the jumping into the body as a big
Right.
and falling. I don't like jumping up and overreacting because you got that foul. It was a hard foul, but it wasn't that hard. It was to your body, and you jumped to leave your feet. So, yeah.
Right. And I can understand. Angel's frustration. We getting our ass whooped right now.
Yeah.
The game slipping away. It was early. Like it was early. The game slipping away. We frustrated. This is the situation. All of those factors do kind of go into it. So like I don't want to seem like it's lost on me. That can be frustrating. This the motherfucker I'm being compared to.
Yeah.
You
All
know
of
what
that.
I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot to that.
Yeah.
So I can understand her being frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And in reality, it's in the actual reality, neither one of them are wrong. You know what I'm saying? They're not wrong in the aspect of what it is. She might have need to hype herself up, hype her team up, get them into it. You would think that coaches do that shit.
Yeah.
Coaches do that shit.
Get tossed to get the.
You know what I'm saying? When a coach will easily get a technical foul just to hype his team up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You see your coach going off, you're like, man, coach pissed, man, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It works. Sometimes it don't. Because then sometimes you lose 93 to 50. Sometimes it make it worse.
Sometimes you just hit the shower early because you trying to...
Right. Sometimes you get kicked out the game because you're just trying to go home because you see the loss coming off.
You don't want to be there with the buzzer sound, boy.
You be walking out the gym like, let's go, fellas, win it for me. I gotta go, win it for me. You be at the game by halftime watching the shit. You be at the crib with a plate of hot wings.
Man. What's up, Naya?
What up, Naya?
Oh man. Nah, but I feel what you're saying.
Was tight. Yeah.
Angel was tight. I just think if I'm separating what I was doing though, I'm separating that I'm taking the story away from these two players and what I would see in a normal basketball game. But when I take all of it and put it in there, I understand why everybody reacted the way they did. The reason Caitlyn did the full back turn was because of their history. Because I would say typically in a basketball game, when there's no beef or there's nothing else, if you hit somebody down like that, you would kind of acknowledge it with your body posture or something. Even if you don't try to help them up because it's the opposite team, you might, throw a little drewski or something, or say something to the refs, like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't, there would be something there other than a cold back turn. I'm dismissed from the play. That's abnormal to me. That there's a complete disconnect. That's abnormal. But I get it with them two and how loaded those two are.
And you kind of got to be like that. I like that. There's players that be super locked in, like a Kobe or a Jordan, who would kind of, you know what I'm saying, put the emphasis on that foul. She's got that skill, but she don't come like she kind of move like a Tim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? Like how Tim Duncan, Caitlyn Clark, like her demeanor. Like Tim was a superstar at some point at a point in time. Tim Duncan was the best player in the league.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
But just his whole demeanor. Like Caitlyn is just all basketball. Tim Duncan is just all basketball.
Yeah.
Like you see how she come to the arena, everybody else be, and this ain't a knock to Angel Reese. This is a league-wide thing because he stood out like that too. Everybody comes to the league. Everybody come to the game all dripped out, looking good,
doing that little runway.
Tim Duncan to show up in some jeans with a button up and some thong sandals or some crazy looking ass shit. Go out there and put up 40, 50.
Yeah. I get you on that shit.
Bro, Caitlyn showed up to that game looking like a Sunday school teacher.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I thought you meant like her demeanor on the court. I was like, she got a lot more temper than Duncan. I was like, she temperamental. But I see you talking about around.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. He had that fire. Don't get it twisted. Like he would be engaged in the game, but it's almost like there's times when you would think she would get fired up, and she just be locked into the game, which is kind of dope. Yeah.
Off court, she's kind of like Tim in the fact that she's all about the ball. She ain't into a whole bunch of side projects and quests like that. So I can respect that. On the court, though, I still think she's just totally different than Tim. Because Tim, even though, like you said, he had passion, she has a temper. And I just think that's different for me. Yeah, Caitlyn Clark has a temper. She's prone to. She's a little bit of high head.
Yeah,
she a little more showboat. Tim ain't had that, but
she a little, just a little bit,
Yeah,
I get you that. She will fire up.
Tim wouldn't have done no John Cena on nobody.
She'll fire up.
Yeah.
Right, it's crazy you ain't seen her do. I'd have definitely been doing that shit in the W. Me threes that she didn't hit on these motherfuckers, I'd have been all in their face. That'd have been on the shirt. This has been all in the commercial. It's been all in the commercial. Shit. Fuck. So yeah, you know, it went on. It ain't turned into Malice in the Palace, but you know, I was ready to bop. She's pulling up her shirt like it's giving blood.
Yeah, that's the part I like. I was like, oh shit,
you trying to fight?
I'm about to buy some tickets.
Bitch, you trying to fight? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
But it's and like I said, I get it. Right? I get her frustration. Yeah. This motherfucker say Caitlyn Clark flag and fire upgraded to domestic violence.
That was wild.
So shout out to DJ Meach, man. That was good, man. So that was the playing question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like Mr. He said, asked hard foul or dirty play.
I'm gonna say hard foul. Now, typically I would lean on dirty play, but Angel jumped into the contact and left her feet as a big. So it's hard for me. It's hard for me to, even though I know like people like Shaq used to get really hacked by point guards. I have a hard time. Like you're big. I need you got to be able to absorb some of this contact. You get some of it. But then when you jumping and leaving your feet like she did, and Anthony Davis does, it bothers me. It might be the new style of the game, but it annoys me. I especially the way AD is injury prone. Him especially, more so than like somebody like Andrew Reese. You're injury prone and you keep leaving your feet and get tossed to the floor, and then you out for 3 weeks, 2 weeks. You got to stop that. And then seeing Andrew Reese do that, it's annoying. It's annoying. You're jumping into a point guard to initiate contact, leaving your feet, getting bopped, and then jumping up ready to fight. Like, come on, man. You big. Be a big. Red lipstick in the building.
Because they used to salt Shaq. Goddammit.
Shaq got.
They had
man.
Go ahead, my bad.
No. You talk. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, nigga, they had a type of foul specifically for Shaq.
Yeah. Yes.
Hack a Shaq, nigga.
Yeah. They come down the floor and just drop kicking, like.
Now they know each other. She know Shaq. She need to go ahead and talk to him. You need to go ahead and let her know. Look, when you get out there, you gotta maintain. Gotta be strong. Throw that ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gotta. I need to see that as a fan. Like this is me speaking as somebody who live in Chicago. I absorb Chicago sports.
Yeah.
Except for the Cubs. Fuck them. They kicked the White Sox ass this weekend. God damn, they put up like 50 runs on us throughout the whole series.
That's
God
sad.
damn it, they kicked our ass. They kicked our ass, man. Whoo, they kicked our ass. But I want to see the Sky get it together. They got potential.
Do
That's
they?
what I'm saying. They got potential. So before I do get to the main event of the whole thing, because
RG versus
RG3,
RC.
yeah,
Let's go.
RG3 and RC kind of they took it way too far. They was just tripping at this point,
Okay.
and that's where
Okay.
it was. That's where it kind of got weird with me. But you did bring up a certain point, and there's more to this video. I want to react to the whole video, but it's like 22 minutes long. So
Had Angel or anyone else done the exact same type of a foul to Caitlyn, the storyline is different. I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard.
now, for y'all who don't know, this is Cheryl Swoops. I think she's in the Hall of Fame. Pretty sure she is. She should be. She's a fucking baller. Oh, GWNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the league first dropped, WNBA. But noted, documented, like basically card carrying Caitlyn Clark hater. Wait, she's a card carrying Caitlyn Clark criticizer.
For real, for real. She goes out of her way. Yeah, man. Like her freeway exit was like 2.5 miles back, but she's going all the way to I hate Clayton Clarkville.
One shot.
Like it's crazy.
Card carrying Caitlyn Clark criticized her. But this is what she had to say. So she was on Gil's Arena. We've talked about this too, and it's like, damn, all the celebrities, all the famous people got shows, podcasts. We scarred, y'all. Look, we just need to all team up as small creators and just like take down everybody who. If you got a net worth of $2 million or more, you shouldn't have started a podcast in the last 30 years, nigga.
Yeah, man, come on. Go make a TV show. Leave us the podcast. And you can go
$50
start a TV show.
net worth, nigga. Damn.
Yeah,
Come on, kid.
man.
What we supposed to do, dog? What we supposed to do, G?
Like, come on, man. G. Michelle Obama.
Come on, kid.
Oprah.
Come on, Michelle Obama. Come on,
right,
Oprah. What we supposed to do, G? We want a podcast too.
Man.
We want to talk about stuff too.
Yeah, man.
We want
come on. And what I really hate, okay, this is my. Let me just get this little criticism.
Go ahead,
because it irks my soul. Like it be rich people coming to the internet, taking a space that like regular folks was using, and then they monetize it by selling they rich people stuff. Like if you got all the money, you got all your money, you gonna come down here and do something that's kind of low investment, and then you want to just hawk all your stuff. You want to sell books and this and like, come on, man. If anybody, you should be coming down here to give back. This is my wisdom. I'm giving it out here free. Nah, man, you coming down here to sell stuff. Get out of here.
We definitely need to fight back. But but like I said, there is some level of knowledge though that I will give credit to. If they talk about sports, who else would know those type of things but them. There's a lane for it. But God damn. Don't just be talking about regular stuff. Like if you got a lane, like if y'all a sports podcast, you'd be a sports podcast. Cool. I get that. But you just like a normal, regular podcast, like you just be out here streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go away. Shit. But we wouldn't have content like this, I guess. So Cheryl Swoops had her thing to say. Let's see what she said.
Had Angel or anyone else done the exact same type of a foul to Caitlyn, the storyline is different. I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. I was always taught you don't give up an easy basket. And that That's what I thought Caitlyn did. My thing with that was Stan did it.
They had no business.
Yeah.
I had no issue with none of it. It's just basketball soft as hell right now on both sides of it. There ain't no damn flagrant foul, man.
Angel's push was a lot harder.
Listen, they call softer flagrant fouls in the NBA. That's a flagrant foul.
That's not a flagrant.
Well, you don't think it's more of a flop?
No, I didn't think it was a flop. You're saying that's not a flagrant. Had Angel or anyone else done the exact same type of a foul to Caitlyn, the storyline is different. Go back to last year, though, Gil. Everybody was like, oh my God, they're trying to take Caitlyn out. No, like they were just hard fouls.
But that was a play on the ball, though.
No, it wasn't. She didn't go for the ball.
You're holding the
Not Cheryl. She didn't go for the ball.
But that was a play on the ball, though.
No, it wasn't. She didn't go for the ball.
You're holding the home. So I'm supposed to get your hand one?
It's a hard foul.
Yeah, so it's not a flagrant.
But she didn't go for the ball.
Yes, she did.
Had Angel.
Now that is a shorter clip, but a longer conversation. Another dude they showed was Kenyon Martin. He played for the Nets, and thankfully he was kind of being the voice of reason with that, because he played that kind of tough style. Y'all ever seen Kenyon Martin play in the early 2000s?
Yeah, he a bully.
But, yeah.
I mean, but that used to be a thing. Like on the
Now,
basketball court, you always had at least one. You always had at least one bully. Like they quit using the word thug, but you had like an enforcer. It used to be an enforcer, thug, bully. There was somebody that was physical. Yeah. That was a role.
Yeah.
You had somebody to dole out hard fouls, tough justice, court justice. Everybody knew who it was. Both teams.
Yeah, Charles Oakley, Dennis Rodman to get out there and do his thing.
Anthony Mason,
Ben Wallace, Anthony Mason. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Because dude, Anthony Mason couldn't do nothing else.
Man,
he was like a 6'4" power forward. He was like 6'4", 295.
But he had those eyes like bad kids have. And he acted like just a grown-up bad kid, like that sunken dark eye. It's like, they don't do nothing but cause trouble.
This nigga
Don't do nothing but cause trouble. Stay up late. Yeah, Anthony Mason, come on, man.
This nigga say he had bad kid eyes.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm about to pull him up. When you see kids that got eyes like this, man, nah. Hold up. I'm about to pull this dude up. You see these eyes.
Oh, man. Shout out to Anthony Mason.
Hold up. Can we get... I need a closer up photo. Hold up.
No, that's crazy.
There we go.
Hey.
Look at them eyes. You see these eyes on a kid? Know they trouble. Just know they causing problems.
Yeah, it was a bully.
They stay past their bedtime. They sneak snacks. They kick puppies. Like this person is a problem. When you see them eyes, man. Because they be 8 years old, look like they like smoked a pack of cigarettes. Like, come on, man. All right, let's go.
All right. Let's go. So yeah, that was
like 4 or 5 of y'all left. I know all y'all look like that. I know everybody that left got them eyes. They saw it. And they did.
Everybody that left got them eyes.
Felt judged. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Or they was Knicks fans. Kind of taking that loss last night.
Ooh,
kind of tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Man, that was tough to watch.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah. That's kind of the issue, right? So it's It's just, and this is where I say it's like be petty. I don't be, you know, you can be a little petty. Nothing wrong with that. I get all that.
Yeah.
Just don't be objectively wrong. And for as much basketball as she watched, as much basketball as she's played, for Cheryl Soup to say
But that
she
was a
didn't
play
go
on the
after the
ball, though.
ball,
She didn't go for the ball.
You're holding the home.
for her to say she didn't go after the ball that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Because then if you be like, well, she hit her on the hand is ball, and y'all know that.
Yeah.
Arm is ball. If you talking about foul. So, every foul that's given ain't going for the ball. Because if that's the case, then every intentional foul at the end of the game to stop the clock will be a flagrant foul because it's not a play on the ball. You know what I'm saying? They wrapped him up.
Mm-hmm.
No blood, no foul in Brooklyn, right? Well, we don't want folks to start leaking these. We don't want them to start leaking. I'm also glad that them days of basketball is gone.
Man.
That's back in them days where niggas needed to play 82 games to get their whole contract and shit. So yeah, that's kind of the issue that I have with that. It's like, one, why are you asking her to stand on business after that foul? Which is kind of why I replied to you the same way, is because, like, do you need to feed the beef between them? Do she need to engage in it? Or do you need for her to stand on business so you can feel like, yeah, that was a hard foul. She meant that. She ain't like her. See how she looked at her?
Mm-hmm.
And she fouled her. She looked up at it. She made sure she was live and walked away.
Yeah.
So I say I'm glad they was kind of there to kind of put that in perspective for her. So shout out to Cheryl Swoop. She knows she gonna hit on Caitlyn because she got Caitlyn gonna be around for a long time, hopefully. So you got about 20 years of content, baby. Okay. Yeah, about 20 years. And shit, that's what I say. Same thing for the folks that talk about Angel Reese. We definitely see the memes. Okay, we see the memes. I can hit on that girl all y'all want. That's the Bayou Barbie. She gonna ball out, and she gonna be good. Hopefully, we can win a ring sometime soon. She got a former college teammate too, Haley Van Lith. So she on the sky. So some continuity.
Okay.
Maybe the chemistry will pick up.
We'll see.
But that, of course, since it made it all the way here, it had to trickle down a whole long way. So that sparked a lot of debate and, folks going over who hate who, what's racist. They doing an investigation about after the game, and some people were saying some racist stuff to Angel Reese. Now it's like they going as far as to investigating the crowd because people said some racist shit.
Yeah, well, that ain't what your ticket buy you.
Yeah, but my thing is this: is it going to translate across the board?
What do you
No,
mean?
because when you go somewhere, because when they go outside of Indiana, like to Atlanta to go play, and people have their choice words for Caitlin Clark. But they come to Chicago and people have their choice words for Caitlin Clark. Are they going to do the same investigation, or are they not going to consider it racist?
What would somebody say racist about Caitlin Clark? What, cracker?
Look, cracker ass Caitlin Clark. Anything that she don't like, anything that would be offensive to her, because it ain't got to be offensive to us.
There's got to be a line somewhere. If it's going to be enforceable, there has to be a line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my only concern, because I know that's not going to happen, because we don't consider that other side. We're not going to consider the other side, because it's going to look stupid.
People...
It's going to look stupid. Yeah. It's people going to be like, well, she white or whatever, and she don't understand, she ain't experienced racism because she white, blah, blah, however niggas going to twist and turn it. So it's weird that the league is investigating it when it's not going to balance out across the board.
But I also think you're doing like a false equivalence. I don't think there's a bunch of black people at these arenas calling people crackers.
It don't matter what it is. No, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Well, honky,
if we going
like what would be the racist equivalent?
My point is this. My point I'm making is this. If we gonna start policing what people are saying, then it's gonna have to be across the board, because people can say a bunch of offensive ass shit. We're investigating the fans for saying blank. I'm not saying they can do it. I'm not agreeing with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, okay. Because the person in question said he didn't even say nothing. So it was like, yeah. But no. Okay. No, go ahead, my bad.
Nah, I'm just lost on the argument, but it's cool. It wasn't the point. We can move on.
Nah, yeah. Nah, you know me. It's you know, it's gonna be some way out to the left like that. I know it ain't gonna make no sense, but gotta deliver it, man. Got to deliver it. So this is kind of what brought this whole thing afoot, I guess. Let's see if I can zoom in. I hate how sometimes like zooming in makes it smaller. How does that even happen?
I don't know. I hate that.
Oh, he put it in his Instagram anyway. So, alleged self-hating white Marion racist, Rgiii, Robert Griffin III.
Wait a minute, can you repeat that intro?
Alleged self-hating white marrying racist.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's those are accurate allegations. Just caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. Those are the allegations. Let's go. You're not making this up. Let's go.
I'm not. Right. I wish all those accusations were not for those things, but they are.
Let's go.
Oh, he had a tweet / Instagram post that he had a comment about the alleged play. Mm-hmm. All right. So he goes on to say, after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue to lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry either. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. So, what do you think about that? What do you think about that statement?
Now, do I gotta just comment? Like, are you locking me into comment about that, or can I bring in that next sentence?
Or let me know if you think is hate, competitiveness, or both in the comments. Yeah, if that's what
Okay.
you answer the
So
whole, you
that
can respond to the
next,
whole thing. Yep.
because see, this is my problem with the fandom. We're losing the plots of life. This now is another one of these people who's a celebrity who's grabbed a podcast mic. He is being a content creator. As we know, in the content space, what gets people going is what gets people going. Got to be provocative. By that very
Gets people
question,
going.
exactly. By that question, it lets me know this isn't him like getting something off his chest. He's getting engagement. Let me know what you think. Is this hate? Is this competitiveness? Or both? Let me know in the comments. He's engagement farming. His show is called his YouTube show is called Out of Pocket, which is a double entendre. He's out of pocket because he's the running quarterback, but out of pocket is slang for somebody that's going too far. You're doing too much. You're crossing the line. So he's trying to be hot take-ish. He's trying to be out of pocket. Like that. That's what he's doing. So I see it as that. For me, it's obvious, but I also more than most probably have more familiarity with like his content. Like I've seen him on the TV shows when he was an analyst, studio analyst. I've seen his podcast, and I've seen people up. Even if it's not him, I've seen people like him, and I've seen enough content creation to know what he's doing. He's exaggerating something for effect. He's Skip Baylessing. He's trying to build his brand. Now that he's got fired from Fox. How you do that? Well, is he more special than anybody else? You ain't gonna tell me he's got more personality than Cam Newton. Cam Newton's got a podcast. He'll be over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you can watch the national television broadcast where they got people like Tom Brady. You ain't gonna tell me he knows more than Tom Brady. Why would I listen to Rgiii over these other people? I need something that's going to differentiate me. I don't have a personality. I don't have necessarily the deep connections like some people. Bring in studio guests after studio guests. I don't have any of that. I gotta do something to generate this thing. Hot take. Let me get some hot takes. Another one is doing that. Manuel Acho. He's a hot taker.
Yeah.
Manuel Acho wasn't that great at football. Ain't that well like he doesn't bring a lot of cachet like people around. You know what I'm gonna do? Uncomfortable conversations with a Negro. Hot take.
Hot take.
I'm gonna sit down with 8
Hot
cops.
take,
Would you kneel on George Floyd's neck? You know, like, just let's do something. You know, let's just do something controversial. Let's get some clicks. So I know what this is. So I definitely couldn't take it personal. And now to the actual content, what he's actually claiming, it's not as far fetched as people are making it out to be. Now, we have known for a long time what rivalries look like. They can get hot, they can get heated, they can get bloody. What we have not seen is that played out with women. So now we have an intersection. We've seen it on team. Well, we've been talking about Jordan Poole getting punched by Draymond Green and getting shipped off from the Golden State Warriors for the last 3 years. It's been a running joke. Jordan Poole will never get taken seriously again because he got punched by Draymond. Just got told to take it. That's on the same team. That's on the same team. And we still talk about his former coach, Kerr, getting punched by Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
hold on. Go ahead. I got a good example of that. Go ahead. My bad.
All right. So my thing is, there are so many people jumping to defend Angel Reese simply because she's a black woman, which I'm okay with. I wish they would just couch it as that, and let's not act like rivalries are a thing. Rivalries don't have hatred at the core of it a lot of times. Let's not act like that's so big of a leap. And then these two have a rivalry going back into the college days where there was antagonism, and you have it played up by the press, and you have a whole bunch of fans that have made this a proxy race war where Angel Reese is the bastion of whiteness and Angel Reese is repping the hood, and then neither of them asked for that. Neither of them asked for that. So everybody's putting a lot of dip on their chip that they've denounced multiple times, that they don't hate each other, but it's a rivalry. They're gonna talk trash. But from somebody that either doesn't care, wants to make a hot take, or doesn't understand any dynamics involved, you might think they hate each other. And that's what there's a lot of casuals that just don't know no better. Or people who are just like black women police.
Right.
Them people. And we're going to talk about one of the black women cops, RC, in a minute.
Yeah. But to RG3's point, there can be this level of hatred between them two. Because, like you said, we just haven't seen it play out on this level. But it's almost historically documented on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like this is them building their story.
Yeah.
So this would be, I seen this. It's funny that I happened to see this the other day. So this is D-Wade telling the story. I just happened to see this reel the other day, and it just jumped to my mind. This is D-Wade telling the story about the top 75 when they did the NBA top 75 a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. The dinner where they brought everybody in and added the extra people to the top 50. Check this out.
Mm-hmm. We all talk about the moment that Michael Jordan came into the top 75, right? How Jordan came in and everybody was just like in awe, right? Like you could tell the aura of Michael Jordan. Give you another story time. These older players are bitter. They don't like each other. All right. When they say that they didn't with each other, they do not mess with each other, dog.
Still.
Like our generation, we mess with each other. That's why they call our generation was soft before. Now this generation soft. Like every generation, everybody feels soft, right? But they don't mess with each other. And so I'm sitting here. They have us lined up. And so at the end of the line, it's the GOAT. It's Michael Jordan. Next to him, so let's go Magic Johnson. Space Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, myself, so on. I said Mike don't each other. And I want stories, but I
don't know if it's breaking up for anybody else, but I can't make out what he's saying no more. Who that old man?
So I'm sitting here next to Steph, and me and Steph geeking because we like that's Mike, that's Magic.
It's big.
Like we big, and we sitting there like
moment.
Mike and Magic right there, right? Like we geeking out as basketball players, and then I'm looking at Zeke, right? Love Isaiah. This is a moment of celebratory moment for us. We about to get caught on the stage as one of the top 75, baby. Like let's go. Zeke hot. Zeke got his hands like this. Zeke shaking. I think Zeke talking to himself, right? So I'm a little messy. When I walk over, I say, Zeke, what's wrong? Back down. So I turn, I say, y'all still beefing? We all talk about.
Yeah, man. Come on. This dude got left off the Olympic team because of Michael Jordan. Yeah, he's still beefing. You gonna take my chance to get immortalized? Yeah, we still beefing.
See, that was big here because Isaiah Thomas is from Chicago.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan basically came here and took over the city.
Dang, that's tough. Ooh, did y'all choose sides in the divorce, or did y'all just like? How did y'all play that?
I mean, the bad part is that he ended up on Detroit, so he ended up on the rival team. So I mean,
y'all had to stick with Jordan.
You had no choice. Yeah.
Dang, that sucks.
Yep.
Wow.
We had to go live with Dan and divorce.
Dang, that's wild. I didn't know he was from Chicago, but yeah, I knew that story about him getting done dirty. Them two been beefing for a long time. Isaiah Thomas and Jordan, but that's like the whole rivalry thing, man. The rivalries used to be thick and hateful, like and really petty. And if that's Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas, been going on for like 30, 40 years from the bad boy Pistons in the late 80s, early 90s. That's a really long time, man. That's a long time. And then we also credit the saving of the NBA under David Stern with the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird rivalry. And even if they didn't hate each other, the fan base assumed racial lines. You had, black Showtime Lakers, and then the hit from French Lick, going from going to the daggone Boston Celtics, and that was
one of the whitest teams in the league, basically.
Ainge,
right?
Now who's
McHale.
McHale, thank you. Now, even though they had Parrish, he was concerned. He was quiet. He wasn't the typical black looking dude or active dude. He just fit right in. So it became the whites versus the blacks. So it's the same dynamic, and it brought a lot of attention to the WNBA. Like, just let this be the thing. Let's quit trying to police it. We talk finally about all the rivalries we used to have. Let them have a rivalry. Let it be a thing. Let it be a story. Like, people making it weird.
Yeah, this is a canon event. Let this happen. Yeah, just gotta happen.
Yeah. If the WNBA want to make money and not dunk, this gonna have to be the way.
And that's why I felt like they almost self-sabotaged last year.
Yep.
And this is what I was talking about with all the female reporters like Jamel Hill and all them trying to be like Andrew Reese. Right, let women talk about women, and the only reason Caitlyn Clark somebody said the only reason Caitlyn Clark was getting all the attention she got is because she is white and heterosexual. Nigga, and I wanted to throw my computer out the window, nigga. I wanted to
not breaking records.
Right. That aged so poorly. Being the fact that she is like she could probably retire next year.
Yeah.
And just be the coldest ever.
Yeah. She could pull a Jim Brown.
Man. She can pull a Maya Moore. Maya Moore's left. Oh man. Man, I guess she left for a good reason. She got that man out of jail and then married him.
Dang. Yeah, I don't remember her story. I remember her back to UConn, but I don't remember the rest of it.
I do. Maya Moore? That was Lady Jordan.
Yeah.
Whatever Caitlyn was supposed to be.
Yeah, at college. Most of the women for me disappear once they leave college. Once they hit the WNBA, they disappear. There's very few that stuck. Like Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker, going back to like Coop, Swoops, Tina Thompson, them back in. But lately, they disappear, man.
Yeah.
Because WNBA didn't really get televised. It's really like now just getting more TV time. So I didn't see it. I didn't see WNBA games anywhere.
Yeah, not like it was when it first came out. They actually had it was readily available. It was on NBC. Yeah, it was on NBC all summer. So hopefully they can get to deal with NBC.
Yeah.
If they deal with NBC since the NBA going back, that'll be dope.
Yeah, they need that visibility because man, I ain't traveling to go see a WNBA game.
Yeah. But they getting there. Like so this game, I don't know if I don't know where they played originally, but the Fever was at the same arena with the Pacers player. I think they played there anyway. But this next game they play when they come to Chicago, it's gonna be at the United Center.
Okay. Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got to fill the capacity. So they getting back to that. That's where they was at first. They were playing in the NBA arenas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully they get back to that because that was, not back to that. Hopefully they get bigger than that.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you real quick before we get back into it. What do you think happened? Because I used to watch the WNBA and we used to have the ABA too. There was a second league um, for a minute back in the 90s. It used to be popular, even though it wasn't profitable. I'm naming stars from. I didn't even know what college Tina Thompson went to, but I remember she was down there in Houston with Coop and Swoops, and they was they was like the new Drexler, Elijah Wan, Slamma Jamma. They was like the new Slamma Jamma. They just didn't, they didn't. It was just dope having them.
The comments.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I used to follow the WNBA. I thought it was great. Dawn Staley. I used to follow it, but something happened, and it wasn't just me. Like everybody kind of fell off. It might have been just because it fell off TV, and they just fell off the summer. They tried to switch it. I don't know what happened, but something happened. It got disrupted.
It's mainly that. Yeah, it's mainly that. It wasn't findable. You know what I'm saying? It started being unfindable. Like it would be a game here and there during the summer on ESPN.
Yeah.
You know. You got them on TV out here now on Ion. So if you don't even know about Ion TV, then you might not even find the game.
Yeah.
It might not even be called that channel where you stay at. Some other shit, I don't know. But to me, I think where I fell off was. Well, I think where the fall off might have been was that there was a chunk of time where superstars kind of weren't coming in. Like after Candace Parker, it started slowing down. You had some names, you had the Maya Moore and stuff, but she didn't stick around long. And I don't know, it's like the NBA is a hard thing to compete against. Men's basketball is a hard thing to compete against too, because it's people who will watch a lot of different versions of men's basketball before they watch women's basketball. The best version of women's basketball. That's the unfortunate part. You know what I'm saying? That's just unfortunately how the cookie crumble.
Yeah, it's something, man. The star, you got to get more stars, more personality, like on court personality. It's something because it fell off, and there was people I wanted to see. I like Sue Bird. I like Elena Delle Donne. There was a whole bunch of people I used to like to watch, and it just was. Oh, the Catching Sisters. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I was out here watching some WNBA.
Mika was baller.
Exactly.
That was my girl.
Yeah.
But it has picked up more lately. Caitlyn Clark is a huge jump in that progress. But about 3 to 4 years before that, you had Asia Wilson. Who was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, baller. So she just got her first signature shoe.
Whole line of commercials.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shout out to Asia.
Just tall and fine. Just, you know what I'm saying? On a random, what's it, Thursday? At like whatever time zone she in. It's just right now, she just existing and fine. And we just all like here. Ugly. I'm just here ugly as shit. So like
stupid.
But so that was RG3's initial response to it. Right.
All right. Let's go.
Let me see. He had a whole video. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna play the
RG3 whole 30-minute thing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
It's unnecessary. It was unnecessarily long too. It didn't need to be. Again, that's content farming. It didn't need to be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I watched that thing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So we're just gonna show this a little bit because I think this was brought up when we get to the pivot.
Yeah,
this is RG3.
Trophies.
This RG3. You know what I'm saying? Doing this podcast, he was giving his verbal commentary on the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Tommy.
He was saying things like he did say one thing like he he did say, shout out to Tommy being the build. He did say that Angel playing into it. Like she wants to be the villain. Or she, you know what I'm saying? She feel like she need to be the villain. And she really don't.
She don't.
She can
And
just
that's
go
not
out
what
there
she
and hoop.
said
You
either.
know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think she said it, but it's kind of like how she approaching it.
Yeah, because she said
She did
people
say
want me to be
something.
the villain, so I'll yeah. She said I'll play the role because people want to cast me in it. But she didn't say I
Right.
want to be the villain. She like people are putting me in the villain role. They want me to be the bad guy. I'm willing
Right.
to be that. But she didn't say I want to do that. Like
Right.
people make it seem like she just came out like I want to be the bad guy because it's just
Right.
not, you know.
Right. No, and I get it. Yeah, it's kind of a mentality, but at the same time, once you do that, you can't get mad because you get treated like that either. Because it's amazing how nobody can make you do nothing until somebody can make you do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's are you gonna make me be the villain? So why can't I get you to be nice? Why can't nobody get you to be? I'm sure somebody asked you to be chill. You didn't choose to do that. You chose to let the negativity influence your mood. Now look at you. The only one who was trying to fight. Because she turned around and walked away. Because you don't let the newspapers, you don't let the headlines make you the villain. That's the beauty of all of this, is that whatever happens on the court is really what happened on the court.
Right.
That's all that matters. Our opinions don't. This is all entertainment. I know I'm kind of stealing that from somebody. Shout out to Cam Newton, but this is all entertainment.
Yeah. Peggy.
That is funny. That is funny. Them two. Hey, if it to the point though of the like celebrity, how there's some people who belong in that space, and I would say Cam and Peggy belong in that space. Them niggas is entertaining as hell.
Yeah, they crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They are funny. It's some of them who definitely could. If Cam stay off the couch trying to talk the other shit and just stick with the man, let's just stick with the sports dog. Be off the cuff. Be like that fun. He can bring that into the other shit, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just let's not.
This little casting couch of counseling got to stop.
Yeah, let's not do that. Dog.
Let me bring an attractive woman on here to tell me I'm not as bad as I thought everybody say I am.
So yeah, he was kind of going through that, you know, but I'll show this visual because this is going to be it's going to be brought up against him in a minute.
Now I will say, go ahead.
No. You can finish your thought.
The first time I saw Out of Pocket, it might have been a couple weeks ago. I thought it was odd that she would kind of like announce the show with him, like she would start sitting beside him. And then she like, you know, he would say Out of Pocket, blah, blah, blah. And then she would like, I guess, say some topics or something. It was something after the introduction. And then she would like go in the back and take a seat and eat some popcorn. I'm like, this is weird. Like it was odd. Like he's like either be part of the show or don't. It was just kind of odd. So it was something that had already piqued my curiosity. Like this is a weird dynamic. So when it came up,
throughout?
You'll see her sometimes like nod her head or something.
Right.
But yeah, she don't like just be like saying stuff over his shoulder. Like I haven't seen her just like yelling over his shoulder or anything like that. But every now and then, like there's a segment that she would come back up to the front for. He does like some kind of countdown or top 10 or something. But it was just a weird dynamic that she would be up front, start the show with him, and then she like go back and sit and eat popcorn. I'm like, that's weird. I don't think I've seen this before.
Hey, you know. Maybe I need to take notes, man. I don't know. Like that kind of control.
He's stupid. But I will say though, also, he keeps
You
his
know what I'm
family
saying?
around though,
Go
because his kid be back there too. The kid just be back
in the
there
other seat.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. They'll be back there in
Walking
the
back
other
and
seats
forth.
chilling, or okay, so it's always somebody back there. Okay,
Yeah, messing with the Funko
Gotcha.
Pops.
got you. Yeah, that's innovative because it's not like I'm not finna try to keep them out the room.
Yeah.
I'm not finna try to like y'all
I'm
come
a
in.
cat.
Just be, right. That other shit. Yeah, right. I can do this whenever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's not like a it's not like a she was just, I mean, she was well picked for this episode. But yeah.
That was funny, man. I just
So
can't
an
where this went.
unfortunate circumstance. Unfortunate
Can't believe where
circumstance.
this went.
Yeah.
Okay, then let me ask you.
So
Well, I'll wait till we get to the RC.
No, go ahead, because I'm about to
There's a question
transition over
about
there
the
now.
type of whiteness. I got a question about the type of whiteness. So we criticize black dudes for dating white women, but what if it's not an American white woman? Do you think that matters?
Hell
I mean, I
no.
know optics
even worse.
people gonna be like it's a white woman, but I'm just like if he's like dating like a Swedish white woman, or German white woman.
Oh, I mean, to me personally, it don't matter. It don't bother me. It really
I'm
don't.
thinking, I know the optics, but like if somebody knew, like, because you know how like, in America there's black people, like black Americans, and then there's blacks from other parts of the country, and then when they find out there's a black from somewhere else, they be like, oh, okay, and like it lessens the negative feelings. So, oh, you're Jamaican. Oh, cool, that's nice. I'm wondering if there's the same thing for white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're you're South African. Oh, you're British. Or I'm wondering if though like other whites are accepted with black people, the way other black people are accepted by white people. I was wondering if there's, I don't know. I haven't had that conversation or heard it.
She would have to be what's the black version of white? She would have to grow up in the hood.
Dang.
Like she would have to be a documented grew up in the hood white girl, but not too hood. She just grew up in the hood. But not like act black. She was just around.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would have to already have currency in Blick's in the Blick's book.
Yeah. Cause she sounded like she was brought over here as a child. I don't know, like a naturalized citizen, maybe a national, but she doesn't even sound like she's first generation. Like was born over here. Her accent is kind of strong. That's what made me ask that question. I'm like, she's not even. I don't know. I see it differently, but I don't know if it means anything.
So it don't bother you as much because she was.
It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. Like there's American blackness and American whiteness, and then there's everybody else, like the diaspora blackness, the diaspora whiteness, and I see them differently. I just see them differently. Like there's different baggage with American blackness and American whiteness. That's very particular.
Okay. No, I don't think. I don't see it no different. It don't bother me either way. Love who you gonna love on, shawty. So
yeah, I'm just saying it don't bother me either, but it does feel different. Like okay, it's a different context. It just feels like a different context.
I can see that. That's like Bree's concept of not like us.
Yeah.
So moving on, we then have Ryan Clark, who is the shield of the sisterhood.
Yeah, man.
You know, how dare you speaketh?
Yes.
Of said melanated queens who had something to say about RG3's comments and the foul situation, the flare up, according to their point. So, you know, this is Ryan Clark and his reaction to that.
Man, another exciting year. The WNBA started, and Even with the Liberty being the champion and Asia
Oh, you got the
Wilson.
speed down.
Oh shit! I thought I was tripping. I thought I was dying, y'all. I thought I was dying. I thought I was dying.
I'm like, bro, like he sounds slower
Nigga
than
voice
normal.
started getting. I thought I was dying,
Like,
nigga. I thought I was dying. No, I'm voice got warped. Oh shit! It's over with.
Yo,
Oh man. Oh no.
that's funny.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Because I was distracted for a slight second. I looked away. I was like, so I wasn't really paying attention, and I just heard it all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck is that? Nigga? All right, let's get it cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie T, man, another exciting year. The WNBA started, and even with the Liberty being the champion and Asia Wilson being the MVP, all the talk is about Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese.
Yeah, it started off with a bang, man. And I think in any business, you need an amazing storyline. And I believe we have one. Last year, it was the rookies. It was Caitlyn. It was Angel Reese. This year, the start of this season is we're back at it, right?
Yeah.
And if I didn't know any better, I would have thought they were trying to promo a fight, right? Because it was just a simple tape foul. It was a foul. It wasn't. It was harmless. And I think Angel just got up in frustration at the point that they were down by so much right there in the third quarter. And she got up and she wanted to get a little aggressive. But I believe at the end of the day, we need that in the WNBA. I think that'll draw fans in. But yeah, Angel, you got to take that one, baby. Like, it wasn't even necessary. I think it was a little bit too dramatic. I believe Caitlyn handled it like a pro in her press conference. But it's good to see the aggression, the passion.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And handled it like a pro in her press conference. But it's good to
I'm about to fire this nigga.
see the aggression, the passion from Angel. But yeah, man, welcome to the WNBA. It's back.
I mean, I love the fact that the WNBA has this exciting rivalry. And we've talked about Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese for so long.
Yeah.
I just want to speak for Ryan Clark. I just want to narrate what he's about to say real quick. What are you saying, Fred? It was a public lynching. She tried to kill Angel Reese. She might as well call the cops on her and said it was a black woman with a gun at my door. Let me quit. But it was bad. He just be wilding though.
Are you about to go there? I haven't heard this yet. I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, no. It ain't that bad. I was being dramatic. Let's go.
It's gonna sound that way because it's coming from him though. So we already know where it's about to go. Might as well be. Everybody so read between the lines. That's really what he gonna say, but no. Let's go.
I think I hate the fact that.
But no, I was gonna say Fred right though. I'm glad he said it. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fred was right. He was like, you gotta learn to take that one. You gotta be able to take that one.
Especially as a
because you finna get many more. And if everybody don't get that reaction,
man.
Because then they showed like the crazy part is they showed like 2-3 other fouls that she got last year that she just got up and walked away. Like Alyssa Thomas fouled the hell out of her last year. That's why she got her wrist messed up. She ain't do nothing when he shot a free throw. So, but I understand. This is you. You
can't do that.
Awesome.
They're always pinned against one another. Rgiii called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlyn Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their
nigga, what?
Yeah, thank you.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Did he say that for real?
Yes, he said that for real, man.
What?
Yeah. Expressions don't exist. Micro expressions don't exist. Body language experts don't exist. You never said this person look like they're about to get in some trouble. You look like you're about to get in some trouble. You can't tell my intent from my expression. Bedroom eyes don't exist.
Come on.
Bedroom eyes don't exist. Yeah. Wild out
I'm
back.
tired.
None of that exists, man. You like you about to go to bed. What do you mean? You can't tell my intent. You can't tell my intent from my look. What do you mean? Oh. Yeah. Let's go.
And he just said that so casually. So
yeah, pay attention. Yeah, pay attention. Like seriously, like within the next 20 seconds, I just want you to really listen to what he says. Because this nigga. He really said that too.
Because I'm like this. Because my thing is this.
Let's go.
Hold on. I'm just gonna say I don't know about hate, but it ain't like.
Yeah. Come on, man.
We can't tell her expression.
Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you? No, we can't. No, no, we can't tell she was pissed off. No.
You can't say it like she. I don't even know why everybody jumped at her like that. Because you can't say that you thought she was getting ready to go fight her. Because you can't tell her intent from her expression. So why did everybody push in between them? That's a very odd reaction.
Right. Why did everybody react that way? Right.
Yeah.
Why did all 8 other women on the court react that way? Oh,
this
okay.
is normal after the basketball
maybe
play.
The betting.
Both teams just run in between
TV.
2 players.
It was TV. Bad angle. They was all coming to congratulate each other. We misunderstood it.
Yeah.
We completely saw it the wrong way.
Yeah, man.
Saw it all the way wrong. All right, I gotta reshare because it did that stupid thing. And shout out to everybody that stuck around, the 2.5 people that's still here.
I appreciate y'all. Ryan Clark's one of them dumb smart niggas. I don't like him.
The 1 3/3 niggas that's still here. Is we still popping on YouTube? Shit, that shit went down like weed. Like the stream went off, nigga.
I wonder if the stream did go down. Let me check it out.
Make sure.
No, we up. It's just dead.
Yeah, but check. They be trying to bop niggas in the little in between. God damn, that shit went to 0. Fuck y'all niggas.
It's back. I don't know. It might have dropped off. I wonder. Ain't nobody came back and said nothing, but it might have dropped off. It might have blacked.
No,
I'm gonna keep it going. See if it went black.
I'm watching that shit now. I'm scrolling through. It didn't black out. Niggas just left.
Okay.
Disloyal ass niggas.
You still I can't stand you. Let's go.
Hold on, man. This is what I think about these niggas since Tommy just came up here. He inspires these y'all.
Hey, blood. You niggas is certified boosie ass weirdos, blood. Hey, blood. You niggas is.
Let's go.
Nah, it's all good. Let's keep rolling.
Know their perspective, but he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts. Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlyn Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry.
Whoa,
that's not hate.
whoa.
And so
Wait a
now,
minute.
though, when
Did he
RG3
just
jumps
did
on
he
to
just
the hate
was
train
that
or to the
intention?
angry train,
Oh, he
Did he
definitely.
just
Oh, he definitely assumed it. He
that's
absolutely did the
interesting.
thing. He did the thing. He did it. He
Yeah.
did it.
I'm like,
Mhm.
this dude, I'm like, he wilding. I'm like, did you just sit there
Yep.
and interpret what
We
she
can't
was
assume
feeling up to
intent.
saying you can't do that?
Yup. Yep. And then told us
So
step by step on why it wasn't this.
and still lied because he said she took it as a hard foul. You don't get up ready to fight after a hard foul. That's not normal. As I said, it's smoke. You could take it offensively, but if everybody got up ready to fight after a hard foul, we wouldn't even have a league anymore.
Yep.
So for him to say that, that's crazy.
and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlyn Clark's heroic or hero story.
Right.
The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure.
What the hell did that got to do with anything?
I know.
What
Man.
in the entire hell does that have to do with this, Ryan?
Come on, talk about it. Let's talk about
So
it.
did she respond to the foul because of years of oppression? Did she respond to that foul like that because of years of oppression?
Yeah, that was a Nat Turner moment, bro. You ain't see it?
That was nah, that's her Sinners moment.
Yeah.
When Sammy was playing the guitar, that was her Sinners moment.
Yeah, man.
Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah. Which, if you're going to say that, if you're going to make it a deep racial thing, then hate is even more warranted. If she's overcoming systemic oppression from this foul. You know what I'm saying? It's just, when I heard this, I was like, this dude done lost it. This nigga tripping. But I wish what they could say, what they really, what should be said when you're talking stupid like this was, I just don't like seeing anything said or done about Black women. And that's okay. You're allowed to feel that. You're allowed to say that. You're allowed to be that kind of person. But let's not mask it with all this lie. Because that's why this stuff don't sync up, because it's lies. I just can't say I'm going to stand up and protect Black women's image. You can't say nothing about them. You can't do nothing to them. That's it. That's all. I'm cool. I can accept that. But you making all this other, well, you can't read nobody's intentions, but what she intended to, she's taking a hard fight. Nah, man, it's competitive. Right. Now, how you going? You just said the other thing. Now you said it's not hate, but she's overcoming oppression. You got to be able to have conversations about Black womanhood, suffrage, civil rights, the Crown Act.
Rosa Parks sat so Angel Reese could rebound. Feel me? She sat so Angel Reese could jump.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Shout out to his barber. I'll give him that credit. His barber be working. That taper clean.
Yeah. If I was to rock that would be how I would want it to look.
Yeah, that taper clean.
Yeah. I could never do that bald taper, but if I did, yeah, probably look like that. Yeah. I had to do the all even with the lining, and then I ended up like the Doc Rivers at some point. Where it kind of just looked like specs. It looked like a QR code was on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't really like RC, but I gotta give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Keep his hair on point. So his suits be clean. Yeah. It takes his trash. Everything else be clean.
in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlyn Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think Asia Wilson, Caitlyn Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because
he just did in a video.
Right.
He just did that.
So did.
He just talked about this same situation in his house on the video.
Yeah.
With his wife that you keep insinuating that's the problem.
Yeah.
Why would he need to talk to her about that?
It's kind of weird. Especially when RG3. When I saw RG3, he wasn't looking at his wife, he was looking at the camera.
Right.
Like, talking to an audience. It just felt weird that the rule is before you talk to the camera, you need to talk to everybody in your house about what this athlete that they don't know, or maybe they do know, is going through in their life before you look at the camera and start talking to strangers. Like that was a new rule I didn't know about the internet.
Oh no, that's that stupid logic they try to use with the statute. Before y'all make this, y'all need to ask people who wants this and who wants to have this up, and you need to discuss with people how this should look and how. This is my art. I don't have to discuss with you how my art should look, how my commentary should look.
Right.
Now, if you're gonna have a response to it, a reaction to it, that's cool. Everybody free to kind of say what they want to say. You just got to be able to deal with the reaction to it.
Yeah. But try to make it make sense.
Right. You could try to rationalize it. That's cool. But then don't be like, well, you can't have this conversation because you didn't discuss it at home. Nigga, this ain't homework. This is my job.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, his wife ain't Angel Reese. Why would he need to talk to her about how she felt about it?
Even if his wife was Caitlyn Clark. Like sitting there like, babe, you shouldn't foul her like that. But do you know what Black women go through to be on the basketball court?
Holy shit. And what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to enlighten his white wife about what Black women have to experience to be athletes?
Yeah. And what frame would he say? As a Black man, I know what Black women go through? Because that would be offensive.
Right.
Can't do that. You know, Black men can't say what Black women go through.
Unless you're Ryan Clark.
Right.
Unless you're Ryan Clark.
He did the study. He did the knowledge.
Yeah. He knows them. Like he knows 10 of them.
Yeah.
So he's related to some. He knows more.
Yeah.
So,
RG3 ain't related to not a single Black woman.
Yeah.
Not a one.
Yeah. Yep.
Because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me,
was she?
Probably not.
You said you watched it.
I watched it, but I don't focus on her because number one, she's in the background. She's not talking over his shoulder. So for me, it's also weird that RC is watching this video of RG3 and ingesting his take, but staring at the white wife. To see all of her gesticulations, to see all of her movements and expressions. That's also strange to me. Now, I will say, because I've watched more than just this one video of RG3's, he's extremely expressive. he moves his hands and necks a lot. He's overly, even to his wife's annoyance, he's overly expressive with his body. He does a lot. He does a lot. So what RG3 is reading as him mimicking a black woman is RG3 being over the top. So that just for that critique. But then as far as the white wife, she sometimes will do a little, little quiet hand clap, but she doesn't do a whole bunch of Yas Queening in the back. She doesn't do a lot. I mean, but you will see her nod her head, but you'll see it sometime. I don't pay a lot of attention to her because, again, she's in the back. But I did find it weird. So I watched her a few times, like, what is this weird? Why she just go away? I'm not used to people just sitting there in the back. It's abnormal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've seen her back there with the popcorn.
Because he definitely
that episode.
Yeah. Right. He definitely tried to make it seem like she was back there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We know what that sounds like. We know what that looked like.
Yeah. It's more noticeable when she's sitting back there with the popcorn, because then it feels like she's back there enjoying the show. So she's being a little bit more head noddy and stuff like that. But during the Angel Reese thing, I don't remember her being very demonstrative. She didn't catch my attention, which is why I was shocked when I heard RC's take. I'm like, was she back there doing all that? It didn't catch my eye.
This whole piece, his wife is in the back, amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady. I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlyn Clark is as well. Caitlyn Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need.
So why is this never described as bias?
What do you mean?
So he said that RG3's whole disposition was based off racial bias. Like all the fans and their racial bias is why Caitlyn Clark is where she at. The Dave Portnoy's and Keith Olbermann's and all
they
that.
Hate Reese because
but then
Black.
He goes into right.
Now, which part? Like, what are you trying to? Because
so I then, like, why isn't this right? So why isn't this?
Mm-hmm. Now we just got to keep going.
No, because it's like it's expecting like some type of special treatment within this sports environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's weird. Like asking for special treatment in sports media doesn't exist. Never will. Ever. Ever. That's why some people say Kobe is one of the greatest, and some people say he's 11th or 12th all time.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
That's why Stephen A. Smith can go at LeBron like he do. That's why people can say Jordan ain't the GOAT, and LeBron is. People have said some crazy stuff about people in sports and in coverage. And that's not, if you can call them racist, he can say whatever he wants to say. This is the unfortunate what was it going to say cycle? Because that's not what it is. It's the it's the endless Mobius strip of who's going to be offended, because both sides is really offended. That's really what it is.
Yep.
Both sides is really offended.
Everybody's a victim.
But it does seem weird because we do stack a certain layer on to our shit. It's like, why do you expect her to have special treatment? Y'all expecting her to have special treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Because they both women in sports. So that's hard enough. But it's this weird thing where it's like there is this racial bias because they think that Angel Reese is supposed to be handled differently in the media.
Mm-hmm.
When she an athlete. Stop asking for these stages and then be wanting to be afraid of the open criticism. You can't be out in the open and then get mad at open criticism. I was watching I just be watching like little lawyer videos about like laws that be cool and not cool. So a basketball game occurs in public. People can take pictures of you. People can do all of this stuff with you in public. They can videotape you, take pictures of you, everything in public. You cannot tell anybody to stop filming you.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with opinion. If I see you in public, my opinion of you can be whatever I want it to be. I can have whatever opinion of you I want. This basketball game is occurring in public. These people are public figures. That's the unfortunate part. And if you want, and that's also the unfortunate part of the league growing. Is that the more popular they get, the more people gonna have opinions on it. The more visceral the opinions are gonna get. If y'all want to handicap them and have them not grow by sitting here and treating them with kid gloves, then cool.
But then we get to call them handicapped.
But we get to call them handicapped. Yep. And we get to tell you why you handicapping. Because if you feeling that offended to the point to where you got to bring up his wife and his 2 marriages to white women because you feel offended by his opinion on a basketball play. This is where that fatigue be coming in too.
EFS, black fatigue. Let's go.
Just don't. I get it, and I don't care. It's a hard. It's hard. It's a hard situation to juggle. I get it, and then I also do not care because I can't care in this situation. That ain't what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. What you here for, dog?
I'm here to watch basketball. The storyline is cool, but like, damn, I guess it's fans like that, and there's people like that at every level. And that's the same problem I have with wrestling fans.
Okay.
Like, I'm here to see the show. Unless it's some actual real shit happening behind stage, somebody fighting, they into it, they arguing, words pass for real heat, then cool. Shout out to Trap Guy in the building. What's good?
What
bro?
up?
some actual heat, cool. But the exaggerated shit, the Street Profits ain't been tag team champions because they black and Triple H racist and blah, blah, blah. Get the hell out of my face. Get the hell out of my face. You're not about to tell me that Bianca Belair done been champion for like a year and a half, nigga. You're not going to tell me that when I'm looking at NXT and it's basically like the United Nations of cakes, nigga. Fuck out of here. Like, I do not want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. Obafemi is the NXT champion. Like Bobby Lashley was heavyweight champion at the time. Get the hell out of my face. The Samoans ain't white. I don't know what y'all think this is. Like, kind of Roman Reigns was champion for like 3 years.
He was a white Samoan.
Shit. God damn. So like I can't put that into my entertainment as well all the time. Because I also live that too. Like I gotta walk outside with that. I don't want to have to keep that when I sit down and relax when I'm at rest. I don't want to have that at rest.
Oh man, you trying to get into your rest area?
I want to be at rest.
That. You pouring out libations to the statue?
I'm pouring out libations. Nah, I really ain't, because these libations is expensive. Not they expensive as hell. I don't know what libations she talking about.
Yeah. You pour out stems and seeds.
Get some what's all the stuff used to, some Dimitri's. This stuff used to come in the plastic bottle. Get some stuff in the plastic bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get to this last few seconds of this, because that's crazy. Yeah, like I get it. Like I get it to a point. You don't want people to be disrespectful, but at the same time, you also ask for something that's unreasonable.
Need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racist, he'll be no less black than me.
You still a nigga.
Yeah.
You still a nigga. No matter what, you still a nigga.
Yeah. But in 6
and y'all in the same place, though.
Yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good? 6 minutes, man. He packed in a lot of hypocrisy and contradiction. Like that's what I don't think most people like. Most people feel that like I'm riding for black women, and they turn off their brain. They don't listen to the hypocrisy and the contradictions. It's like forget the first part. In the first like is 150 is like the 130 mark and 155 mark contradicting himself, talking about you can't interpret what their intent is based on their expression. But then he went on to determine and interpret what her expression meant right after that. But just now he's like you don't have to paint people in stereotypical tropes. Talking about RG3 doing that to Angel. But isn't that what he did when he talked about black men that choose white women typically have to denigrate black women?
Mm-hmm.
So like he's a hypocrite and contradicting that he undercuts his own argument by doing the very things that he's talking about RG3 doing, and talk about, okay, well, you can't talk about Angel Reese because she's a black woman, but then you're talking about his white woman. So it's like, what are you doing? You're doing everything that he did.
Right.
Because his white wife was not part of the sport. She was not on the show giving her opinion. But you made her part of it. But Angel Reese actually was part of the show that RG3 was talking about. She actually was a performer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on topic. He's talking about the actual artistry. He's talking about the entertainment product. You're talking about somebody that was just there, present. you're taking a shot at somebody else and making it like that's why RC went too far for me, man. I was out of line. He was out of pocket.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of went left because that's how far he feel like he got to go to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you felt that way about him talking about Angel Reese, like you said, where's the white woman in your household to talk about her experience of being married to a rich black man?
Yeah.
In 2025, like, have you done your research? It just becomes stupid. Like it really don't matter. Like I'm being specific, but it's just like.
But Yella,
this what we was talking about. Like how these dumb people get rich, man. These niggas got CTE.
Yeah,
There's too many hits. Ryan was a safety. Rgiii definitely was getting knocked around in Washington.
For sure. But I would say RC though, man. One thing he didn't get. Oh shit, what's this? All right. But one thing he didn't get. Rgiii has a black daughter. He has a child with his wife. So she's at the very least biracial. So she's a young black girl going to grow into a black woman. He may have actually had those conversations about what black women go through in his household with his white wife. Because her skin is different, she's going to experience certain things. He may have even had his mom or auntie or a sister or cousin in there to talk about it or to help him learn how to do the hair. You don't know what's going on in his household because you're not even a part of it. So I'd be offended on that behalf to even talk on what's going on in my household like you know anything about it. And according to what I've been hearing on the internet, because people that just don't like RC, like he's got a white baby mama. So what are you talking about? Yeah, you going on to marry a black woman, but you had the same affection at some point. So what do we?
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you listen to Marcellus Wiley and Jason Whitlock, because they lean a little bit more conservative, they've had beef with RC. They done put his business out there. You got a white baby mama.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how old that info is because it says he's been married since 2004, but
I think it don't matter how old it is.
That's 20 years, man. You can change a lot in 20 years.
Hey, I bet you want everything you love, nigga. On everything I love, nigga. If somebody said some racist shit and they pop up from 20 years ago, we canceling the shit out of him, nigga. I ain't trying to hear that. Well, that was 20 years ago.
Hey,
oh, really?
I'm more fair. I'm more fair.
Really?
I'm more fair. 20 years, I'm gonna give you some leeway.
Tell that. Let's go to the. Did he in court today? Because all that was 20 years ago. Yeah, let some niggas ask this. Yeah, let some niggas ask some racist shit 20 years ago, and it pop up.
It depends on how.
That's why they was looking
racist it was, how much of it was. I got context, man. I gotta,
Man, stop playing.
You just said Lil Wayne lyrics. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, look, but you also ain't finna sit up and make it seem like it's a sin, some type of tyranny or makes what's the word I'm looking for? Like some type of treachery against the black culture to marry a white woman when you got a kid by one, or to be with a white woman in any type of way. To choose, because let everything had worked out, you was probably married her too.
Mm-hmm.
6 hours ago on the Daily Mail, hypocrite Ryan Clark reveals biracial daughter after ripping Robin Griffin.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm saying, see, to put that much contradiction and hypocrisy in a 6-minute clip it's special. Like that's the I don't even know what to call it. It's a level of genius. Like there's idiotic genius. Like that's what this is. It's idiotic genius because you got to be so brilliant to spend 6 minutes talking Fred Taylor took up some of that time. So let's say you spent 4.5 minutes talking. And in 4.5 minutes talking, you had about 6 different contradictions or hypocrisies. That kind of rate is crazy. That's a high work rate. Like that's crazy. I don't even understand that level. Like it's not that. So unless it's this clip down from like an hour-long conversation, how did you forget what you just said 30 seconds ago? That's what bothers me. But the one thing I wanted to say though, like this is my point of actually like thoughtfulness, something to contemplate, to think upon, because this is some lost concepts in the world of sport. There's sportsmanship and there's gamesmanship, and they're different. So when you're looking at Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark, neither of them were being good sports. Angel Reese's just tacky foul on Boston, when her eyes, when she had it coming up from behind, put her elbow in the back of her neck, poor sport. But it's gamesmanship. And then when her homegirl, Caitlyn Clark, came and got you back, that was not good sportsmanship. But it was gamesmanship. And then you wanted to get mad when you got for doing what you did, which is super weak. That's weak sauce. Then you come over here to Ryan Clark and Rgiii. What Rgiii did, that wasn't being a good sport. He was being egregious. He was being over the top. He was embellishing, being hyperbolic for the sake of getting clicks and engagement. But that's a part of the game. That's gamesmanship. That's content creation. That's hot takes. That's what is that? Clickbait. And then you come over to Ryan Clark, also not being a good sport. Gamesmanship. Because what you put something online, you don't get to dictate how people react. So even though he went across the line with Rgiii, it's a part of the game. You don't want your wife commenting on, keep her off the internet.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the game, and you just got to eat it. He may have crossed the line, but you put the line there.
Yeah.
You put the content out.
Where the line was.
Yeah, you showed him where the line was a step over. Oh, shoot. Rgiii got a video. Oh, shoot. Wife sitting in the back. Even with the kid playing in the background, somebody can start making comments about the kid. It ain't a good sport. It ain't a good thing to do, but it's fair game because it's on the internet. And people can comment about everything because it's a free country.
Yep. Hence why we're here.
Yeah. Gamesmanship, sportsmanship. And I think people need to learn the difference.
So yeah, this was where it got crazy. So Rgiii responded, and this was a short of his response to Ryan.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Rgiii, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlyn Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits, and Ryan Clark has sprinted past that line. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlyn Clark, and that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, you crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before. But certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum. on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are. You can disagree with me all you want. Challenge my takes, but keep my family and my wife out of it. That's a boundary that should always be respected, man. Always. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN. It's cowardly, it's spineless, and it's weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family. Personally, because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for him as a man. I hope you get the help you need, brother.
Kiss me.
He laid a little thick, man. He laid a little thick. The dropping his head and like pursing his lips and just he's so dramatic, man.
Right. I want to let it play because I'm looking at this nigga at the end like, bruh.
Yeah, it rocked me.
Really, nigga.
It rocked.
Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it, dog.
That was wild.
Right, you doing the most.
Let's say that's not a good look for ESPN. He was on the pivot. He wasn't on ESPN like that. But again, it's poor sportsmanship because now he's trying to insinuate that he should lose his job or be punished by ESPN, his professional employer, in some kind of way. Which is, that's a little extra. That's Karen behavior. But it's part of the game. The game don't play fair. That's what I'm saying. So everybody has gotten the sport and the game mixed up. The sport got a lot of hard rules. The game ain't fair. The game play favorites. The game pick and choose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gamesmanship, boy. That's what most people operate off of, but they think they're being a good sport.
And it's a quarterback versus a safety too. So this is this is definitely two positions that be going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But he was right though, till the nigga started trying to get an Oscar for this reel. for this damn video he did.
It rocked me.
But like you said, right, it is fair game, but it was always that rule, like no wife and kids.
Yeah, that's being a good sport.
Right, that's being a good sport. Right.
Gentlemanly rules.
Yeah. So I guess the hard part is seeing more of the contradiction from Ryan because you want people to be good sports, but then you not. Because you'll go as low as you need to. Well, shit. If you go low enough, you're gonna end up in hell. You better be prepared for. You're gonna have to be prepared for how far you go.
Yeah, man. Get your eyebrows burned off. It's all good. It's all good, man. But you go ahead, ride for your black queens. I ain't even mad, but just say that's what you're doing. All the extra language and philosophy, you ain't got to do all that. Just say I'm standing up for black women. Point blank. Period. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm after. If you ain't about that, I ain't. Midnight snack in the building.
Snake.
And that's okay. Like that's an okay stance. And I think maybe that would get him in trouble at ESPN. Maybe that's why he don't just say that and he do all this all this stuff. Like what he come across to me doing all that extra stuff was like JT that one day, like doing all the twerking. Like that's what it feels like. Like you can't just say what you want to say. You can't just be direct. So you're doing all this extra stuff and bouncing and insinuating. And I hate that. That's what that feels like. You should be just okay, just saying I'm gonna stand up for black women. Got a lot of black women in my life. I don't like when people talk about black women, insinuate stuff about black women, playing into the angry black woman trope, blah blah. There's lots of valid language for the lane that he wants to seem to be in. But he made it about everything. Well, you know how black men to pick a white woman. He made these jokes about milk, and they gotta denigrate black women. That may be true, but that's also a broad stereotype that may not apply to him. He may not have denigrated any black woman. You said he made jokes about how much he loves milk. Expressing how much you love white doesn't mean you hate black. I've seen the people that every time they want to say I love whites or black women or this, black women or trash. I've seen that. I've seen the Fresh and Fit. I've seen that. If you want to say that he did that, cool. But don't insinuate that by saying there are dudes that do that after saying that, well, he loves white people. Like, don't. You're doing the thing that you at the end said. You can't paint a broad brush about a whole group of people, but you just did that. Those men to do. Now, come on, man. He's too hypocritical for me.
Yeah. It's the hypocritical for me.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Maybe that's the pivot. You switch your stance.
Yeah, first, he definitely picked up his pivot. He traveling.
Yeah, he traveling.
We talking about basketball in the spirit. He definitely picked up his. That pivot foot had been picked up, put down, spun around. Man. He didn't. Nah, he doing the most. He did the most. Now I will say this: in light of actions that have been taken by people who feel like their partner is putting away. Last nigga said, keep my wife name out your mouth, slap shot somebody. So if that happened again, my 2025 would be great.
I would love it.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I don't think Rgiii got that in him. He sounded more like he was trying to play wounded as opposed to offended. Like, I mean, he's like hurt as opposed to like, don't let me catch you.
Yeah, it's a basketball fight. Like most basketball fights don't be real. Yeah. It's so this is the equivalent. Yeah. They shooting from across what's the term? Shoot from across the boundary or something. When they talking about the ships, pirate ships, just be shooting across the water. Yeah, shooting across the bow, just be shooting across the water and shit. Basically, just yeah. I might not hit you. I might, but I might. I'm probably not, but I might. But I might. But I'm more than likely not.
But I might. Yeah, nah, I feel you. I don't know. I really wish for him to play all that. It went too Karen for me, and like you said, too Oscar season. I really wish he'd have taken a little bit more of a more direct stance. Like, don't bring my wife and kid up again. Because like where you're arguing for an abstract person, like okay, Angel Reese, maybe you're friends with her, maybe you know her. You're arguing for somebody that you don't know. My wife and kids, I do know. Like, so I'd have to make that line. Like, don't come for them, or it's personal. You bring my wife and kids into it, now it's personal. Could have been business.
We could have kept it on wax.
Yeah.
But now it's personal.
Mm-hmm. It's RC for me. I know a lot of people disagree, but RC for me went above and beyond. If for no other reason, his little 5-6 minute clip, man, was full of probably about 4 to 6 contradictions and hypocrisies, where he did everything he said somebody shouldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't pick up. Well, he did pick a white woman, but he didn't marry a white woman. That's about the only thing he didn't do as far as contradiction,
right?
And hypocrisy. Yeah, so RC, man, he lose again, man. He lost with Andrew Schultz. He lost to Rgiii. To me, I know a lot of people. If you just are 100%, I don't care, black women, everything. Yeah, he wins. But if you have any like thought process and you're thinking about it logically, nah, Nah, he made no sense.
No. And you took it too far because this wasn't the time to take it too far.
Yeah.
There's going to be a time. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's always a time to take it too far. This wasn't the time.
This wasn't the time.
In this like scene or this environment of content, there's always a time to take it too far. That you made it. You made it more personal than he could have been making it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But that's pretty much it, man, for that. He had went on it was one more clip where he basically had went on to Stephen A. Smith and they was talking about it. And he was saying how Rgiii.
Rgiii went on Stephen A after that?
Yeah, I can put it up real quick. It's just a little clip.
Oh, yeah, I ain't see that.
Hold on, yeah, I can put it up real quick.
Yeah. I kind of fell off after that because I was like, after the whole the Karen performance, ESPN, that's a bad look for you. It's a bad look, Shannon. I was like, come on, bro. It's a bad look, Shannon. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, it's just I can't do it. I can't do it. When he did that, I was like, oh, I'm out.
I forgot I was just doing that with somebody. That's how they was sounding.
Oh man.
Oh, let me see if I can. Right. What about you? I just seen. Bro, hold on.
Yeah,
I know I ain't tripping. Maybe it's a man, Della back.
Dr. Brian says, "Love My Trauma Part 1." What?
Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
Uh-oh.
Because I swore I saw I saw a clip where he was talking about or maybe it was an old clip, but he was saying how personal attacks and politics shouldn't be in sports media.
Mm-hmm. I say there's room for all of it. It just is. There's ways, like because politics is deeply embedded in sports. Like even to the fact that the stadium funding is voted on. Like, are we going to fund half of this billionaire stadium? So politics and sports, man, they're too closely tied for me to ever say that doesn't belong in sports. You know, the winning team of the Super Bowl goes to visit the White House. Like there's adjacency. There's some overlap. Now it shouldn't be like, okay, well, the state Senate run. We're gonna talk about the state. We're gonna have it at the halftime of the Texans Chargers. We're gonna have the senator from Oklahoma come and give it 10 minutes. That's kind of a little weird. But there is some places where politics and sports do overlap, and sometimes personal stuff. Like I think it's personal, and like we talked about the rivalries, like the whole Zeke Isaiah Thomas versus MJ. That's sport, and it got personal. So like I don't have a problem with sport. Stephen A. Smith and LeBron, it was sport and it was personal. So I don't mind that. Like let's but there's places for it.
Yeah. Time and place. That is true. Time and place.
Like sport and personal.
This wasn't the time and the place.
Gilbert Arenas and the gun incident.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling the gun on your teammate. Like,
right. Right. So yeah, maybe that was an old clip.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, because I'm saying that was probably from like a month ago. This full on video seems like
Okay. I'm just waiting to see what I do know about people that are constantly contradicting themselves and are hypocrites. They eventually expose themselves. Ryan Clark's going to have his big one. Cause see, for me, I feel like Stephen A. did his big one with LeBron, but it's a lot of people ain't turning on him. It's going to happen. Like liars, hypocrites, snakes, they all kind of expose themselves with time. It took a really long time for people like Diddy, but I'm Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark. These people are going to expose Shannon. These people expose themselves if it comes out.
Yeah.
It comes out. Because the way Stephen A. was acting around LeBron, and after he got confronted, talk about if he'd put his hands on me, I'd have slapped him. Whatever he said, I can't even remember what he said. I'm like, come on, man, stop it. You would have never. I would have got beat, but I would have had to put my hand. Like, stop it. You went on a whole press tour, going to other people's podcasts when you got your own to talk about LeBron confronting you. Come on, man. You want the clout. You want the attention. Quit acting like you don't. And now RC, man, he going back and forth for everybody. He's talking about pulling up with Marcellus Wiley. Like, I can see you in real life, bro. I know it. Come on, man. You ain't stop it. That ain't you. Calm down.
All right. Now we can do the same shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to kick off a beef. I've been saying that.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to get one in before too long, man. Me, you gotta get into a beef, man.
I'm cool.
I'm gonna become a Cubs fan.
Oh yeah.
A passionate Cubs fan.
Dude, I can see you doing that. Yella, I've come to kind of think that your level of petty has no bounds.
Yeah,
this nigga will just become like a full-on Cubs fan, study the lore. He will talk to AI for the next 3 days,
man, listen.
and learn all of the Cubs lore.
Man. Yeah. And Dansby Swanson. Come on.
Man, come on, dude.
Man. We just need a picture like Kerry Carpenter. It wasn't Kerry Carpenter. Nah, that's the outfielder. Can't you think of his name? Kerry Woods. Kerry Woods. Let's go, Kerry Woods. We need another picture like Kerry Woods. Yeah, flamethrower. We need a flamethrower.
You mother.
Let's go. Trying to say I could do it, but I ain't about to do that. I did used to like the Cubs, in the 90s, man. Slam and Sammy. Come on, man.
I used to think that was all right until the Sox was always my team. I used to think it was all right all the way up until the Bartman thing.
Oh,
right. Because they blamed dude for that. When that game shouldn't even been as close as it was.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the fuckers went on to lost the next 2 games to lose the series. So that game didn't cost them the series. That game cost them that game.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all continued to stank ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all continue to rip ass and fuck shit up. So no. Nope. Can't do it. So yeah. But this has been pretty good chat about that. Everybody dipped around the 1 hour mark, which is crazy. But
yeah, when I showed them eyes, when you got bad kids, they got them Anthony Mason eyes, man. Everybody just did.
It was a bunch of Knicks
they all
fans.
Knicks fans, or they all got Anthony Mason eyes, or all their kids got Anthony Mason eyes. One of the 3. And that's okay. Just know your people. Keep an eye on them. If they got Anthony Mason eyes, just keep an eye on. That's all I'm asking. Don't let them loose on the world. Who do you think's stealing all the kids? All of them got Anthony Mason eyes.
Stop.
Just saying, man.
Stop talking about that man. R.I.P. Anthony Mason. You bogus.
Just
that man like that.
Just his eyes, man. Come on, man. Yeah, the chat overlay. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Now I wish we could change it, like move it around, but it's in beta,
Yeah,
so we can't
because
move it, like
it's definitely gonna
relocate
need
it.
to be bigger.
Yeah, bigger, move it sometimes. Like this could be right in the middle right now instead of off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
All the empty space in the middle, it could be
That's what I was
right
thinking.
dead center.
Mm-hmm.
But I have not played with because this has
Mm-hmm.
they integrated the scenes, but I don't know that the scenes are as dynamic as the ones in EV Mux. Because I feel like these scenes are going to have to be from the 8, because they only give you like the 8 different variants or 8 layouts. And if they're limiting you to 8 layouts, this little scene creator on the left is kind of it's going to be tough.
Yo, shout out to Nova in the building. What's good with it, bro?
Nova, he will come in beta. So
Right.
with you, bro.
Man, so look, this is what we about to do.
And
So
shout out to Mom,
I'm
too.
done chatting. I'm not about to end necessarily.
Okay, twitching.
Yeah. So whatever you got to do.
Okay. Well, it's people on YouTube, real quick. Tomorrow we will be live at noon Eastern. Me, Rgiii, Yella. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence. So we're going to have a chat. I have a couple of videos to show and a couple of like conversational questions that I want to talk about. Talk about our use of AI and what some of the possible drawbacks are. So that's going to be tomorrow at noon Eastern. Should be fun. Now, later on, we're going to be doing the SmackDown watch along. So any wrestling fans, tomorrow evening, I want to say 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Come catch Yella reacting to SmackDown. I may pull up. I may just watch SmackDown. I don't know. I'm having a existential wrestling crisis right now, so bear with me. But Yella will be here for sure, holding it down, watching SmackDown for Shooting from the Script. There will be links in the video description if you're here on Critically Drinking, so that you can go sub up at Shooting from the Script, because the wrestling content will be shifting over permanently pretty soon. So if you do come for the wrestling stuff and you enjoy it, make sure you're subscribed to Shooting from the Script, because that soon will be the only home. That will be the home of the wrestling content coming soon. So that's my blurb, and you can take it from here.
All right, YouTube. With that being said, bye.